Hey, I think it's working. Cool, cool. Good morning. It's uh it's a lovely Saturday morning. Good time to get some stuff done regarding Planar Robit. Um, for anyone who is watching this after the fact, sorry if this stream is a little bit dry, but this is sort of more of a hangout kind of thing. So not necessarily optimal for like casual viewing, unless you just need some white noise after the fact. I'm going to just check my levels real quick because I haven't streamed on this computer in quite some time. Just make sure that everything's all good. One moment, please. Or not. Hang on. Already technical difficulties. Wonderful. Here we go. Let's see if this audio is good. Okay. So, um, sorry, I've got a little bit of music playing. The reason why I have that turned on is because I do not want, um, I don't want my, I don't want my headset turning off on me because it turns off if I don't have any audio. Um, a very annoying feature. But anyway, um, I've got a handful of small goals to get done this morning. Hopefully, I'll get them all done this morning, and then I can focus on some of the more complicated stuff later on in the week. So let's lay out what we need to do, uh, and and that's sort of like a and we can spring off from there. Let's see. We need to add trigger regions for dialogue. We need to add dialogue for after Rogi is completed. We need to add story progression hints to the pause menu. We need to add controller configuration to the save file. That one might take a little bit. Add conditional music, add sound effects to Rogi, add hoppers to Rogi. Hoppers might take a little bit of time to add in because it's a whole new enemy type. I gotta fiddle with the AI a touch. Um, and yeah, I mean those are the seven goals. The seven goals. So I'll just be chipping away at that. Um, and feel free to chat if anything interesting occurs. Apologies. I'm still getting over a cold that started like over a week ago. All right, so what we need to do, firstly, I need to change my project so that it'll run uh, in a nice spot. Let's see here. Under advanced, I don't know. They put very non-advanced things under advanced settings sometimes. Maybe it's under run. No, I'm already struggling to find it. Okay. Start maybe. No. Maybe it's under the editor dropdown. Also not there. This is a mess. Where does the game start? Under run, boot splash. Yeah, I don't know. What is this called? Run project, run current scene. Yeah. So it's somewhere in here. I'm just trying to make it so that whenever I launch the game, it launches in the monitor that you guys can see. And for whatever reason, I cannot find that. It's, I mean, there's no way it's an advanced setting. That wouldn't make any sense. It might be. I'm either just looking in the completely wrong... You know, I'm probably looking in the wrong spot. Editor settings, that's probably where it is. And then, yeah, run, window placement, same as editor. There we go. Okay, okay. Everything's ready to go now. So, step 1, dialogue regions. I'm just going to start by copy-pasting all of the NPC code. And then we're going to go to the interactable folder, create a new subfolder, call that dialogue region, and then find where that showed up. Yep, dialogue region, and then we can make a new scene in there. Dialogue region. I'm going to change the default node type to area 3D. So dialogue region, attach a script, call it dialogue region. Yep, you're good. Dump this in here, and then it's going to be called dialogue region. All right, we're not going to need a sprite. We don't. We'll need an interaction area. No, we won't. We won't. This is not an interaction area. We won't need a character name or any of that nonsense. I think we just need a dialogue file. Standing, blinking, speaking, don't need any of those. Don't need any box styles. Don't need speaking pitch or speaking speed or flipping. Do I need dialogue overrides? I do. I do need dialogue overrides. Frame count probably wouldn't hurt, and I don't need a facing variable. We don't need to be setting textures on this. In the ready function, there's no need to do that. So we set the dialogue overrides. We don't have a text box speaker node. We don't have an interaction area node. We don't have a sprite 3D node. We don't have a material to set. Let's see, what do we got in frame count? Actually, I don't think we need frame count. I think that's also junk. So then we've got... Yep, we've got this kill NPC thing. We'll keep that flag. We don't need to show speaking sprites. That's nonsense. We don't need to show blinking sprites. That's nonsense. We don't need to increment frame count. We don't need to rotate the NPC. This cannot do any of that. So I guess its process is going to be a whole lot of nothing. In fact, I don't even think I need the process function in this. Check sprite flip, that is also not necessary because there, excuse me, because there is no sprite to flip. No need to do inspect. No sprite flip necessary. We're going to change this from on interact to on... Actually, you know what? I will, I'll do a quick attachment. Just one moment. Let me see how the collision works on this real quick. So this is on layer 1. The mask is actionable. Layer 1, mask, actionable. Cool. Okay, so that should be happy whenever somebody walks into it. And then I just need to add on, I believe it's body entered. I need to make sure though. Yeah, body entered. Yeah, so on body entered. Connect that. Move this code down there. Okay, so when you enter, we're going to prefix that with, whoops, gonna prefix that with an underscore because we're probably not going to use the body. What do we got? So file equals dialog file, dialog node equals null. For I and dialog overrides, it runs through, finds whatever condition is met. Cool. If a condition's met, then the dialog node is this. File equals dialog file. Cool. If the story needs to be progressed, progress the story counter for that storyline, and then stop searching. Set the dialog. Yep. Await, blah, blah, blah. If dialog node does not equal null and dialog node dot. Okay, so we're not going to have a fallback on here. We're not going to have a dialog file by default. We're going to do var file equals null instead. So now if the dialog file is null, then it's not going to write anything, it's going to do nothing. If the dialog file is not null, then it's going to cry about it. All right, I think we are set. I think we're set to test it. Give this a save-a-roo. And then let me go to... Let me just add this to the Comm Tower Grand Hall. Oh, I'm fast. Whoa. So if we drag and drop this bad boy up in there, give him a collision shape. Like a big old cube type thing. Box shape. Make it big. Put it like right there. Right in the middle of the floor. Hard to miss it. Yep. That's good. And then, what are we doing from here? We need to add a conditional. NPC conditional, just drag and drop that. So then we're going to do if story state, or yeah, we're going to do it based on story state. Main storyline, yeah, so like if we're, sure. If we're in the prologue, min and max. If we're in the prologue, what is target rogue state? I completely forgot. Oh yeah, it's whether that's true or false. Sure. So we're gonna do progress story on, so it should only trigger once, and then use the default inspect file and run that. That should play nice. I think that'll work. So if I run this, I should be able to like walk into the thing. Oh, crash. Oh yeah, this is not a static body 3D. This is a, what is this called? Area 3D? What are you? Probably area 3D. I don't know. Try again. Try again. Alright, so if I walk into it, the default inspect happens. Ooh. Okay. It appears as though it ran the dialogue a second time. Oh, I see. I just need to add a little. And file does not equal null. Okay, now it should play nice. Try this. Takes a little bit to start. Alright, so I walk into you. Blah, blah, blah. It still crashes. File name is null. What is happening here? Why is it, why are you doing that? We'll do this. We'll rerun, and we'll look at the data. We looked at the data. You know, I just did something stupid. I should just use my remote view, but I'm not doing that. Yep. So you're happy there. It runs a second time. So what's going on in that second run? Let's look at the remote view. We're in the comm tower ground hall. We got the dialogue region going on here. Yeah, let's stop that. Okay, hang on. We got, this is interesting. We got something interesting happening. Also, my chat screen turned off. Stop that. Okay. Interesting things abound. So it's not setting... Oh, it's setting the text here. Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Why did I put this here? That's for Rogi. We do a little if here. If the file ain't null, do something. Set the file. Yeah. Actually, no. No. We don't even do that. If the file is null, return. Give up. Just give up. I think that's the answer. I think that does it. So now if I run it, we'll see. We'll see if this is correct. Godot crashed. That's cool. This happens. It happens. Let's just hope it didn't corrupt anything. This would be a miserable day if that was the case. It's thinking, it's thinking, it's thinking. Uh-oh. Nope, we're good. Are we happy? Okay, it doesn't appear as though I lost any progress. Let's try it, see if it complains. Okay. Trigger the region. And now I can't trigger it a second time. Okay, cool. Now, we leave the scene and come back. Go to the NetLab, sure. Back to the Grand Hall. Okay, the region is still not triggerable. And we check in remote view. The region is still here though. Interesting. Oh wait, no, it's because I've got the kill NPC flag. Never mind. No, this is fine. This is actually good. We're good. Yeah. All right. So that is 1 out of 7 done. Nice. So that's dialogue regions. Next up, we need to add dialogue for after a Rogi game. So what we do for this one is we go to oh, what do you do here? Hang on, one moment. Okay. So to add dialogue after a Rogi game, I'm going to have to tweak the NPC conditional. This is the node that allows Rogi to start. The code here is a little weird because it's a tool script. And tool scripts are quite fun. They run inside the editor. So tinkering with a tool script is terrifying, because if you make a mistake, you can break your game. So we're going to do this very carefully and with respect to the power that it holds. So we're going to do export var Rogi win dialog, and that's going to be, or it's going to be export file. Export file Rogi win dialog. And we're going to set that to the default inspect, like so. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. For the loss dialog, like so. And I think that should do it. I don't think I need to add anything more here. Yep, that checks out. Okay. No more tinkering in this script because this script will brick my editor if I make any mistakes. That is a terrifying truth of tool scripts. Actually, wait, hang on. It might be... What if I do export category? And then I did, like, Rogi, like that. Up, and then... Flop. Save that. And at the bottom, we do an export category story. Hey, that looks pretty, that's actually a lot easier to look at now. So now we've got, well, hang on, the progress story variable needs to move down, actually. So now if I look at you, we've got the dialog file, we've got whether or not you kill the NPC, the conditional type needs to be outside of the Rogi category. Where did I put that? This one. Yeah, so conditional type needs to be outside. And then we've got Rogi word name, win dialog, loss dialog, state, our target state, which is win or loss. And then whether or not, and then for the story stuff, whether or not it progresses the story, what story line, what stage is the minimum stage for this to occur, and what stage is the maximum for it to occur. Theoretically, the only time you'd want to use this progress story flag is if the min and max story are the same. It's like if the story is in this exact state, then if the story is in this exact state, then progress it. And that should do it, I think. I think it's good to go and tinker with the NPC now. So NPC, I think, so I need to find a way to make it so that it's clear when a Rogi game has concluded. Simply emitting a signal, I don't think would work. Wait a minute, no, it would. Scene swapper. I can add a signal to that. So we could do signal Rogi ended, and then we have a string inside that signal that's like no. It needs to be a Boolean. So it'd be like what would we call that? um, final state, and that's a Boolean right there. Okay, so then when we load a level scene, if state equals scene swapper state, no, not state. What is it? If current node equals current rogie node, right? Yes, I think that's it. So if current node is my current rogie node, then I just do like I think I need to emit with a parameter. So the question is, how do I get? Hang on, I've got an example of this somewhere. I've got text event receiver. Is this it? No. Handle event. What is happening here? I think. Handle event. I have to have something in here that's broadcasting like handle event. Text event.emit is what I'm doing here. Do I have this connected to anything? What are the signals here? What is even happening? I don't recall what I was doing whenever I made this. Oh, okay. So it's like you connect. Okay. So you connect. Okay, this is weird code. I've not messed with signals very much, so this is a little foreign to me. Let's see. So text box control, that text event dot connect handle event. So that's how we connect it. Yeah. I mean, sure. Why not? Screw it. Let's do it. In the ready function, we'll do scene swapper dot. No. No, it's not how you do that. That is not at all how you do that. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So I think I know how I want to go about this. It isn't going to be super pretty, but I think it'll work. So we're not going to use signal. Whoops. Okay. So we got this. So now we go to the NPC. And when we do this roguey nonsense, we do whoa, that is not what I selected. Not what I wanted to, I mean. Okay, so we're setting these. Okay, so we're setting these. Scene Swapper knows what the win and loss dialogues look like now. So now, in the Scene Swapper, excuse me. Need roguey dialogue equals true. After we prime the scene, if need roguey dialogue, and then we do if we don't know whether or not the roguey scene won. Ooh. Here. So roguey state, we're just going to say that defaults to false. You default to losing. And then we go to the roguey scene. Okay, so then we got the scene swapper dot return to level scene. So scene swapper dot roguey. What do we call this? That roguey state equals hang on. Okay. Okay, so now we're setting the roguey state. And it's the return to level scene function. Have I been fiddling with the wrong thing? Yeah, I've been fiddling with the wrong thing. Yeah, so if current scene equals current roguey node, sure. Or no. That's junk. We can put that back where you belong. Roguey state equals true, then we do text box control dot set text, and then we're gonna do roguey win dialog. Rogue lose dialogue. Put a colon on there so it stops complaining. Okay, so now, actually, no, I'm being premature. This is too soon. Too soon. Too new. Cancel this. So now we go into, oh, let's see. One last change. So we go to the level scene now, wherever that may be. I have too many tabs open. My goodness gracious. Where did I put it? Grand Hall. Okay, so we go to the Grand Hall scene. And we are using Penny as the test. I don't think I renamed her. No, I did. Okay, here's Penny. So she needs... Okay, well, we're gonna have the default inspect for all three. Just to see if it does anything at all. It probably will, but if it doesn't, then I can make revisions. So, load up the game. Yep, that dialogue region's still there. I should move that. That's going to be annoying. We talk to Penny. We start the Rogie battle. We resign. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty darn cool. So it does successfully run dialogue after the Rogie battle. So let's see what happens if I win. I don't know if I can win. Honestly, I don't like this deck. It could just be that I suck at this game. It's probably because I suck at this game. Also, Admiral Overwrite has a very hard to visualize deck. It makes her a decent challenge, even though her AI is quite weak. It's like, look at this stuff. It's like, yeah, he's already threatening everything now. And I've given myself like the worst deck known to man, so I can't really defend myself effectively against the onslaught. Is this tile being watched by anything? No. That's a threat on my commander. Scary. Yeah, I might be a touch on the screwed side. All is lost. It's over. Yeah, I promoted to a nothing because I haven't fixed that yet. This is bad. What can you see anyway? You can see a lot of nonsense. Cool. Oh, you're kicking out my guy here. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I think this is really bad for me. Yeah, a lot of these moves that I have are just like giant nothings. Yeah, this is would have thought that I'd suck at my own game. Yikes. I guess I can go there. Hey, yeah, that kicks him out. Hmm. Yeah, I'm really lost as to how to crack into this non-defense. This is so bad. I'm so incapable of like attacking this. So what is this guy threatening now? Nothing? Cool. But that's still defended. These drive runners have no mobility. Yeah, now I have to respond to this. I can't take him. So I lose a rook here. Yup. Man, I'm losing to like baby's first tactics here. This is bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I've totally lost this. I think I'm done. Yeah, this is dead lost. I'm just gonna take nonsense trades and take the L here. This is bad. Oh, even the block. Wow. Cool. Cool. Yep, just give me the L, please. What's even the point of going there? I don't get it. Sure, do that. Okay, I lost. Cool. Great. Okay, so I think the win-loss dialogue works. I think it's fine. The debugger is complaining about 3 things. A thread must have been started to wait for its completion. That's fine. That's not like an actual error. Doesn't matter enough to me. Okay, what is next on the chopping block? Oh, I'm gonna sit in the DevVC channel. I think this is fine. I don't know. Discord doesn't show me a user list of who can be in this channel. You know what? Private. Private channel. Sure. We're making it private. Okay. We're good. We're good. This channel should be safe. Alright, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at a number 2. We have post-rogi dialogue in the game now. What's next? Story progression hints in the pause menu. Cool. Okay, so in the inventory, we should just make an array of story progression hints, I guess. We'll make it a dictionary, an empty dictionary, and then in the ready function, where are you at? Here we go. We do init story progression, blah, 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 blah. What are we calling this? Hints. And then we're going to do like what is it? Add? Insert, maybe? What is the keyword for this? I don't know what this is called. When you add something to a append? I completely forgot what it's called when you add something to a dictionary. I've got it in my Rogi. Hang on. Eval dictionary. And then we've got git. And then... Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. I gotcha. I gotcha. Cool. I know how to do this now. So we go to inventory. So we're going to use an array. Global save data dot main progression dot okay. So now if we go to the pause menu, it would be on the main screen. Forgive me again if you could hear that. I don't know if that properly muted my mic or not. So main pause screen. Under the main pause screen, there should be a next step text box. That's it. So main pause screen. Uh-oh. I've got a bad naming scheme. It's biting me. It's gonna bite me. Okay, so equals inventory dot story progression hints of hang on. I gotta look at my save data. So my story progression, wall of const and enums. Yeah, so storylines of current storyline, I think. And the current storyline is going to be 0, I think. This is going to be a mess of a line of code. So global save data dot storylines of 1 is going to be the actual, like, which one we're on. So it's going to be like, please go where I'm clicking. Goodness gracious. Okay, so global save data dot storylines of current storylines of 1. That is a abomination. And then we can close that. Need to do a comma. Yeah, I think it's going to be like and this is going to be like an array in itself. This is such a terrible line of code. Goodness gracious. Okay, so how are these brackets pairing off? We don't need the extra comma there. And we close it off with that. That is terrible. So we're setting the text of the text box to that story progression hint. That is a disgusting line of code. Just gonna leave a little comment there. Okay, and let me make sure that my global save data is setting in the correct way. It should be like story states equals blah 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 blah. What was it called again? I already forgot. This is such a mess. What is it? Storylines? Yeah, so where am I setting storylines? Okay, storylines is set to the number of storyline names filled with zeros. Cool, so if I run the game now, it should play nice and show me what I want to see. Please. Okay, crash the game. Cool. Probably because there's an extra pair of brackets on this guy. Okay, let's try that again. Come on. Slow, slow, slow. That is the name of the game. Alright. Immediate crash again. Invalid access to property or key 00 on object type dictionary. It should be. It should be. Let me check my remote view. Inventory. 10. What? Ah, yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. Because the scrap district is storyline 1. And we're not in storyline 1. The main storyline is pointing to itself in the global save data. So actually, everything's correct except for how I initialize everything. Because storylines of 0 should equal 1. Because if storylines of 0 is pointing to 0, then it's just saying current storyline is the current storyline. Figure it out. Silly. Very silly. Okay, so it should play nice now. And the most handy-dandy part about this is if I ever forget if I ever forget to add a storyline hint, the game crashes. So that's fun. What? Invalid access to property or key 01. This is backwards. Did I make this backwards? No, I'm using 1 because I'm dumb. It's 0. Okay, let's try you again. I forgot like the most basic rule of writing in a programming language, count starting at 0. Alright, so if I try now, hey, there we go. Okay. So I pause the game, it gives me a hint at the bottom. It's the only hint I have, but good proof of concept. Because now if we look at, the inventory, it's pretty easy to look at now, because now we're just saying we name the story progression line, and then we name the step in that line, and then we get a hint out of it. So that's done. I think that's step 3 out of 7 done for the day. I do need to clean up. I left a little bit of a mess. This should be hidden by default. Hide that, save that. Okay, I cleaned up my mess. We are good to go. Let me tick that off my checklist here. Okay, cool. Next step is I need to add controller configuration to the save file. That should be easy enough. Let me look at my controller config screen first to see what I'm actually doing here. So we're going to do like var controls dictionary equals not blank, equals that. And then when we run refresh list, we need to set the actual controls dictionary, right? No. No, I don't think I want a dictionary actually. What we're going to do is we're going to do an array instead. So if index equals, oh wait a minute, nope. So we're going to do controls of I equals an array with this can't be right. What? Oh, no, no, no. We have the index variable. Yep, so controls of index equals I and then null. So I is going to be the control name. And then, yeah, that should play nice. Yeah. Global save data dot controls array equals controls array. So now in global save data, I need to make a controls array variable. If I can find it. That would be here. Now I need to add saving and loading it. Cool. And then we need to go back to the pause menu. How is it that we... I'm looking at the wrong code. How is it that we actually set the thingamajig here? Here, so this is how we're actually setting it. I'm going to drop this, copy paste this over to my global save data node. We're going to do func set controls. Okay, so we don't need this if statement. We don't need a pressed actions array. We don't need that. We don't need event equals event. Yes, we're going to erase events We're going to add events. If blah blah blah, don't care about that, don't care about that. Cool. Okay. So then we do for I in controls array. So what are the actions and what are the events? I already forgot. So then I think it's action then event. Yeah, it's action then event. Okay, action then event. Whoops, crashed my game. Let's see. Action erase events. So that's going to be of I of 0. And then add event. That should do it. So, what else are we doing here? I think that's it. So now that we've got the set controls function, I should probably make a get controls function. Otherwise, that's gonna just not work because like you'll load in the game and it'll have like an empty controls array and like you can't do anything. So let's see how I get the list. This block of nonsense. Go over here. Func get controls. Ba, ba, ba. So where do I get inputs? That's somewhere else in here. This. Cool. So we go back to the save file manager. Inputs equals input map dot get all this nonsense. But now I need to know what filter inputs is, because I didn't define that either. Okay, so any input that doesn't begin with the UI prefix, that's what's happening. Okay. Okay, so what we're doing is, excuse me, sorry. What we're doing is we're getting, so we have all the actions. We're renaming this to actions. It's less confusing this way. For I in actions, we're going to do so we're going to append I, and then it's this big thing. No, it's this one. That big guy. Oh, yeah, we can just throw all that out. And then what are we doing here? So we got actions, append this, blah, blah, blah. And then global save data that controls array equals controls array. We don't need that because we're setting it ourselves. Controls array equals nothing. Okay, so now if I go back to the pause menu, I actually don't need to mention that at all. I don't need to actually do the controls array here because I'm already doing all the work in the global save data node. So this is all just extra work for nothing. Yep. So we go back to the global save data node. Cool. So we've got a set controls function and a get controls function. I think that's all we need. So we set that and then set controls, blap, blap, like that. Cool. And then when we're saving the game, we do get controls first to make sure that the controls are correct. Cool. That should do it. I'm confident that this will work. So if I were to run the game now, come on, slow as molasses. Okay, so we go into our control configuration. And let's just do some nonsense with our controls, right? What do you mean, no? Okay, okay. Okay, so I move with JK nonsense now. Save the game. Okay, the game has been saved. And now, if I were to end the game, start it again, I don't have a load file hotkey, do I? Is there a way I can force it to run? Shoot. Here, I'll just have it load the game on run. Uh-oh. I broke everything. Maybe. Here, what's actually in my global save data node? So my controls. What did I have here? Where are you? Controls array. I mean, this looks reasonable to me. Controls array of I of 0. Okay, what is I right now? I is an array. Oh, scheisse. Oh, that's why. Okay, okay. Duh. I'm not iterating through a number, I'm iterating through the array items. Okay, let's try that again. It might play nice now. Cannot convert argument 2 from string to object. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would do that. Okay, that's what I need to do. I need to comment out the load game function. I need to stop the game. Input map.get actions. I think I need to be filtering still. There. Okay. So if we run this again, trying again, always trying again. Settings, configure. So, controls. Okay, so we got our silly nonsense control configuration. It's, oh my gosh, this is so bad. It's backwards, whatever. I'm rolling with it. I'm going to save the game with this. Okay, so the game, excuse me, has been saved. So now if I kill the process, and then I go over to my save data, enable loading the game on start, or loading the file on start. We load the save file, and fingers crossed. Cool. I have no controls. I have 0 controls to move around. Okay, so I bricked my game. Cool. We're gonna fix this. This is fixable. It's not a reference to a valid input event object. Excuse me. Okay, something silly is going on. So this input event dot action get event. It's not happy with that. Let's find out why. Let's go into remote view of global save data, see what's happening here. We're looking at controls array. This is not alphabetical. Controls array. You're telling me it's not a valid object. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know what you're talking about. It looks valid to me. It looks like an object to me. Interesting. Encoded object as ID. This might be a little more complicated than I thought. I'm just going to look this up real quick. Wow. Interesting. Action and actions allowed, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the load function, which is my set controls. Input map dot add action add event. Action event. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, I don't. Events are resources, so I would save the events themselves and re-add them to the input map when loading. You likely wouldn't need any logic at all. Just iterate through all events saved and add each one to the corresponding action. Yeah, this is definitely beyond what I've done thus far. Because I use the get var and store var. I don't think Oh, come on. Yeah, so file access is what I'm using here. Come on. Load with me. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, so we just need to do when we store this var, we need to enable full objects. And when we get the var, we also need to allow objects. Okay. Yeah, because events are objects, I think. So we're going to turn off the load thingy. We're going to launch the game again. We're going to change our controls. Okay, we've got the goofy control scheme again. Overwrite file. Cool. Excuse me. So we overwrote the file. Now we bring back this load game little guy here. And we load the game. And drum roll, drum roll. Okay. Hey, let's go. Okay, okay. It saves control schemes now. Cool, cool. Saves control schemes. So, let me think about this for a moment. I'm thinking about this for a moment. So, if I want... If I want the controls to be configured at the start of the game, I can't immediately load the file because I don't know which file is going to be loaded. I might just leave it so that the main menu uses WASDA, always. And then when you load into your game, it'll sort itself out. I think that's what I'm going to have for now. Yeah, that checks out to me. If that checks out to you, then coolio. So we don't need that load game function anymore. And that's another item off the checklist. Would you look at that? What's next? Conditional music. Conditional music? Conditional music? Conditional music. That's the next step. The next stepperoni. Alright, so we're going to go to NPC conditional. We're going to pop open this scene here. We're going to copy you. And then we're going to make a new scene. Just a standard node. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. New scene. Standard node. I need to find a place to put this. I'll probably put it under music. That makes sense. New folder. Music conditional. Music conditional. Cool. Cool. I'm going to save this under audio, music conditional. We're going to attach a script to you. Yep, you're going to the right spot. Okay, so what do we got going on here? This class name is going to be music conditional. It's going to extend node. It's a tool script. Scary. Be very careful around tool scripts that will end your life if you're not careful. It's like performing surgery. Very scary. So we're not going to be exporting a dialog file. It'll be music start, and then music loop. And for the default, we'll do the Swinging Caves intro and the Swinging Caves loop. We got storyline, story stage. Kill NPC, that's not relevant here. Yeah, that's not relevant here. Conditional type, that's important. Category. We don't need the... Excuse me. We don't need the roguey board name. Do we need the win and lose dialogue? No. We don't need that. So target roguey state. We do not need to be able to progress the story. So now if I look at it, we don't need roguey battles involved in this at all, which means that we don't need a ready function. No, we do need a ready function to like actually set the music. Hang on. So ready function, then we've got, yep, that's good. We've got the get property list, cool. I think this is all we need. Yeah, yes. Cool. Okay, next. We create a new scene, node. I'm going to call this a music starter. So music conditional, actually, we don't need a ready function in the music conditional at all. That should be it. Don't want to touch this anymore because it'll bite me. It'll be mean. Okay. So we go to the NPC. We're going to steal some of the NPC code again. That's got to be part of the music starter's ready function. So we're going to attach a script. No need to have a process function. Okay, so then we got for I in dialogue overrides. Actually, we need to grab the overrides. Except instead of dialogue overrides, it could be music overrides equals, and instead of overworld NPC conditional, it's going to be music conditional. Yep. Yep. And then instead of dialogue overrides, we got music overrides. For the list of music overrides, yep, if the condition is met, then do the thing. So then instead of dialogue node, it'll be like I don't think we need dialogue mode. It's like music player dot change song. That's I dot what is it called? That's an array of music conditional. That'll help a bit. Do I do this? Is that a valid line of code? Oh, that's gross. I love it. No way that actually works. That is nasty code. I love it, but it's nasty. Alright, so music. I.music start. That's it. So I need I'll actually put this in an update music function so I can call it in a less cringe way later on in the future. Cool. All right. I really don't even need to test this one. This is like pretty simple. I say that, and that's gonna bite me really bad. All right, that's 5 out of 7 down. My goodness gracious, this is gonna be a long morning. I'm gonna fill up my coffee mug. I like it black. How do you guys like your coffee? Actually, it depends how I make my coffee. Sometimes at work, I like the work coffee black. When I make coffee at home, sometimes I'll microwave like half a cup of milk and then like pour in some really strong coffee on top of that and like add a little bit of sugar, like brown sugar. It's really good. But my milk was no good today. It expired like a week early, so black it is. Lukewarm. I need to microwave it. While the microwave is running, let's take a moment to remind ourselves what the next steps are. The next 2 steps are exclusive to Rogi. We need to add sound effects, and we need to add hoppers. Sound effects, I honestly don't want to do that right now. Sorry, but I don't. That's like... Sound effects are difficult for me. I can't really make them, so... Or at least I have no idea how to make sound effects. So it's kind of an awkward position, because like I want excuse me, I want everything in the game to be like my own work, but like sound effects certainly test what I'm capable of. I use a lot of royalty-free sound effects. Some of them are homemade, like some of the robot beeps and boops are my own creation. Some of them aren't. Some of them are like samples of other people's work. But I don't know, it makes me kind of a little bit uncomfy to do that kind of thing, you know? Anyway, I'm going to use this sound effect. So the rest of the stream is going to be taking place inside of Rogi. And Rogi is it is am from I have no mouth, but I must scream. But whatever. Um, it is hatred, and working on it makes me feel hatred. Okay, add node. Uh, excuse me. Wow. Um, so this is gonna be just like audio. And then we got the select sound that goes beep 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 beep. And whenever I press any of these buttons, it should go beep 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 beep. Oh my wall of repeating code. That's just how input is. Okay, next up, here, I should probably like compose a little sound effect thingy. Okay, so we do new to new, and then I guess I'll use a sound font player. It doesn't need to be. Actually, no. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna do synth. We're gonna do a synthesizer. Wrong one. Sorry. I need to do the bucket one. I really like bucket one. It sounds really cute. It's a very nice synthesizer. And I need like some kind of saw wave kind of thing. Nope. Let me crank this up a bit. And then and the victory sound effect doesn't have to be that complicated. Let me crank this down so it's like, okay. I need something that's a little softer than that, but harsher than that though. Yikes. I do not like any of those. Whatever. We'll just make it higher pitched for now. Just something simple like this, maybe. Make it faster, like way faster. Much faster. 300 BPM. Kind of like. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm not much of a music man. You know what? What if I did a triplet? Wouldn't that be so much more fun? Everybody loves triplets. How does that sound? This probably sounds like some kind of gross diminished chord. Yeah, I don't need to do any silly chromatic nonsense here. I should just keep it simple. And let's loop that. Ow. You know what? No. We're just gonna use a sound font for this. I'm not gonna tinker with a. I'm not gonna be tinkering with a a synthesizer all day here. Uh, did I use the Windows default sound font for this? Gosh, this UI looks so bad ever since I got like a new monitor. It's like it's this hideous mix of light and dark mode, and I just can't read anything. It's just nasty. It's no good. Icky even. It's like where's saw wave? It's probably gonna sound awful. Way too high pitched. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was my Korg sound font that had a good wave. Sure. What are we calling this? This is like Rogi Win. Export to my music folder. Rogi Win Wave. Sure, I'm happy enough with that. You know what? I'm gonna re-export the Rogi Win because I do actually want to have a little bit of end silence so that it doesn't chop off. Replace, no chopping off. Okay, cool. So next up we go back to Godot. We had a nice little detour in the land of LMMS, but now we must return to home. Audio, sound effects, and we're just gonna drag and drop the new Rogi stuff. Who can read that? Okay, there we go. Music, Rogi win and loss. Drop to India. Cool. I like 1.3. Then lose. I like that better. Okay, are we good here? A little faster. Okay, cool. When is win game called? When game is called, then it's only called from here. Uh, okay. Question for those who are willing to answer. Are these sound effects or songs? Curious. I'll call them sound effects for now. Yeah, so if I... Wait, what am I doing? Stop it. Stop it. No, 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 no. Stop launching the game. Quit it. You're running in the wrong window. Get back over here, muscle memory, you goober. There we go. Okay, stop. Try again. We're trying again. Again. If I resign. Trying to transition to nothing. Epic. Ah, 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 ah! I'm breaking everything. That's cool. You can just break everything if you want. The stream's current bit rate, 0, is less than recommended. I don't think it's actually 0. What? Do I not have audio? The stream's current bit rate. Yeah, no, I definitely have audio. Yeah, YouTube's just lying. Like I checked on my I checked over here and it's like, yeah, there's definitely audio here. Cool. So we got win and loss sound effects. What else did I need? Oh yeah, 10 billion errors because I did something stupid. Uh, yeah. Okay. So I need to go down to my controls, select sound.play. We're gonna do that for all inputs. I need the boop sound. It's not the beep, it's the boop. What's the back sound? Boop. And then back to the Rogi board. Back sound. Dot play. And then I'll use the go sound too, why not? That's the same sound effect as Katie's voice, by the way. She go beep boop. Yeah, so instead of playing the select sound, let's actually play the go sound. Go sound. Cool. Okay, so now if we run the scene again, we should have sound effects. Or maybe not. We'll see. The Thinky AI. It good Thinky. Excuse me. I really hope that whenever I lift up my mic, it mutes it. Okay, yeah, I like this. I like this. We've got sound effects now. I might need to add like some capture sound effects and such. Honestly, I don't feel like doing that right now, though. Unless I'll do it actually. I'll do it. Um, in my cores menu, I've got an equip sound effect. I think that'll be a good take piece sound for now. A good placeholder, and I can fix it later as needed. That's more of a polish step than anything. I'm just getting the code out there, you know. Um, so that's on Rogi board, audio, take piece, and then is it calculate move? No, it's not calculate move. Here. So hmm. So we'll do that there. Take ranged will also play the sound effect. And then yeah, okay. So the two taking moves will play the sound. Boop. It'll go boop, and that'll be it. So if we go in here, wrong scene, but I can make it work. I can play off of this. Engage in Rogi. Cool. Yeah, good enough for me for now. I need to make the AI play the boop sound though, or the it does. No, it's fine for now. It's fine. I'm gonna mark that as done. I can change it later. All right. Last is I need to add hoppers to Rogi. That one is going to be the most intrusive of them all. So we have hop. Is it just hop? Or is it... It's hop and then hop attack. And then whenever I go back into my Rogi board, yeah. You know what? No. No, I'm just going to have hop. Hop attack is silly. Okay, so hop is going to be weird. Its code's going to be a little bit weirder than the rest. So like when I go into this guy and I see, so I need to do get coverage, get valid moves, get defends. I don't think I even use get defends anywhere anymore. But if I do get coverage for ion moves, if I dot special, check the special condition. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, it's complaining about my audio bitrate because whenever I'm quiet, the audio is 0. Let me pull up some white noise again, just to make sure that YouTube isn't complaining anymore. There we go. Super quiet white noise. All right, so next up, is that even there? Yeah, it's there. Okay. So, ba, 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 ba. Hopping is weird because it's like it doesn't follow the same rules as everything else. What is this? Rogi move. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna recycle the obstructable code. Hops equals 0. Hops equals 1. Output dot append the move. If obstructed, plus hops plus equals 1. Does that make sense? So if out of bounds, we still break. If tiles is greater than equal to the minimum range and hops is greater than 0, then we do that. We append the move. Yeah. Pyramid of fucking Doom, man. That's coverage, that's valid moves, and then defends. Also needs this baloney. We do that. Okay, so that should be capable of getting all the hops moves here. And now we go to the Rogi board scene with the Rogi AI. I think Hop should Hop is basically the exact same, right? No, it's not. No, it can't be. Yikes, this is a little more complicated than I thought. Also, it would have to, excuse me, it would have to equal 0. Instead of hops greater than 0, hops has to equal 0. This is tricky. Yeah, so if hops is equal to 0, so it has to be. Okay. Okay, so we're setting the return array to equal the correct thing here. Or the location of the guy is correct. But we need to find... this is very challenging. How do I know what the target was? Because that's... Because I've got the origin, and I've got the move. Yeah. I don't see a clear way to do this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really lost as to how to progress here. I think this might be a dead end. We know the origin. We know where they're going to. We don't know the actual, like, slope of the movement, though. Here. Is that right? I think that's right. Move minus origin. Yeah, it's move minus origin. Is there a greatest common factor function? Let's see. Here, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Okay. I think that might work. Okay. So then we do. Okay, so I need to do absolute value of these. Actually, wait, no. I'll build that into the GCF function. We're gonna wrap everything in ABS. It's a monstrosity. Okay. Okay, so we're going to get the slope. Test location equals origin. No. Well, test location does not equal last location. If return array of test loc equals... Sorry, I'm going down a real deep rabbit hole here. I forgot how sine works. I think that's it. So it doesn't equal 0, and it doesn't equal my sine. Holy moly, that's a mess. Okay. So, we get the slope of the move, then we get the greatest common factor of that slope so that we can traverse that slope in the smallest possible discrete units. Then um, we get that discrete slope, turn it into that linear array form. Then we initialize the test location to the origin. We set the last location to where the move ended. And then we set my sine to the sine of the test location. And then we do this nonsense. And then it's good. Holy moly, that's a mess. That is so many variables in there. But it should work. Should work. Also, I had to make a GCF function for that to get the greatest common factor. Okay, next up. Move piece. Move hop. Move hop. Place origin with source. And we need to not do return array, because now I think we're actually dealing with the board state. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Yeah. So this is going to be like... This is the attack section. I think this would be based on the actual board state. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Um... Hmm. I assume move piece takes place after calculate move, doesn't it? No? What is happening here? Is it not board state? Board state's a packed int32 array. So I actually can do this again. But I don't actually need to be changing board state in this function. Yeah, so then we do... It's not, it's test loc over 8. Yeah, I think that does it. Jeez Louise, this is really freaking complicated. I think this does it though. Just gonna call it Hopper for now. All these are move. Okay, all these are hop type pieces now. And then, I think I can run it now. Gosh, I'm really scared. I'm actually so scared. Because this might take all day, honestly. I don't trust that I have this. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it and see if everything breaks or not. I'm a little bit scared. Actually, very scared. Okay. Okay. Let's see him in action. Alright, let's see if the game crashes. Okay. Right. Should be mod 8. Oh, game crashed. Cool. Very concerning start. All right, we're trying again. Excuse me. Okay, trying again. So it's showing this as a move that I'm allowed to do, but it shouldn't be. Okay, so... So they're not properly returning whether or not they're valid moves. So this get valid moves function is not doing what it should be doing. So if it's hop, hops equals 0. For tiles in the allowed range, test location equals... Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Well, I did all these wrong. That could probably be why. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Still showing these as valid moves, which they should not be. That should be a valid move. Hang on, where am I? Where am I here? test location equals my location plus directions, or plus direction, times tiles. What is tiles? Okay, okay. So it's going to be times 1. Yep, okay, that's fair. So it's going to start at 1. Yep. It's within bounds. If tiles is greater than or equal to minimum range, no. Yes. If it's greater than or equal to the minimum range, should be 2. Yes. Yep, so that should be allowed. And hops equals 0, sure. If current state test location of dot x times 8 plus test location dot y. I'm going to see if this ever runs, actually. So hops increases by 1, which means that we should be seeing that get appended, but no. So it's these 2 valid moves. Huh. That's not right. That's very confusing, actually. Hmm. Yeah, I'm at a bit of a loss, actually, as to what's going on here. Because this doesn't look accurate. It's appending when there are 0 hops. Like, if I try this again. So it says it's at location 5-5. Sure. My sign is 1. What do I check to make sure I'm not capturing allied pieces? I've already lost that. I'm completely scrambled at this point. Here, so this is valid moves. So I'm appending a valid move here. In the case of if it's empty, or if it's move attack. That can't be right, though. I know that that's not right, because you can't capture an allied piece. Like, if I continue running... Yeah, it's not like an actual valid move. It shows it as a valid move, but it's not. Yeah, now this is just a mess because I can capture my own pieces. That's not actually a valid move. How do I control for this? I know I control for this. Tiles in range, 1, I at max range plus 1. So if it's unobstructable, 2i equals my location plus direction times tiles. If it's out of bounds, give up. If it doesn't equal 0, yeah. What is test piece? Am I setting a test piece somewhere in here? Yeah, okay. It's like a hop should only ever end on an empty square. Yeah. You know what? No, I'm just gonna leave get defense. The defense code is destroyed. It's ruined. Okay. Um. Yeah, I think we're clear to keep moving now. It's still finding moves that it shouldn't be allowed to find. It's not it's not trying to move onto allies anymore, but it still is able to do that. And it's still obstructed when it shouldn't be getting obstructed. It's like it's doing the opposite of what I want it to do. It's like it's only moving when it's not obstructed. And when it is obstructed, it's not moving. Which is the opposite of how a hopper should play. Probably because I'm checking if hops equals 0. I'm regarded poorly. If hops equals 1. Cool, you're still alive. That's good. So that didn't kill him. But this is able to identify the move correctly now. So now it's an issue with the AI and handling the movements. It did play the piece take sound effect, though. if I look at the Rogi board in Remote Viewer, what's going on here? This is really hard to look at. That's not useful for debugging at all. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, well, test loc does not equal test last location. And again, last location is the actual move. I need to make sure that I'm not going out of bounds this way too, just in case. Yeah, I'll just put like a breakpoint there, see what happens. Yep. So it's seeing a lot of like parallel universes where that can happen. Clever girl. You love to see it. I wish I could save a state here. But I can't. I can set like a wall of breakpoints though. So one here. So this is for calculate move. And then in the actual like move piece function, make sure that it runs move hop. Right, yeah, so it has to run move hop. The move code is perfectly fine because I already know that it's fine. Right. And then, and here we'll do the same game. Okay. So first, it does run move hop. Inside the move hop function, we're going to check what is test loc. Test loc is 33, so that's within the bounds. And it doesn't equal last loc, so it should start the loop. Okay. If sign of board state of test location does not equal 0, and sign of board state of test location does not equal my sign, here, where did I come from again? Source. Source is 4-1, so that should be, my source is 33. So, nothing should happen here. Test slope plus equals the raised slope. Yep, so now, I'm at 27. If board state, so 27, if sign of board state does not equal 0, and sign of board state does not equal my sign, which is what it should be. If I look at board state of 27, The board state of 27 is 0. Well, that ain't right. Hang on. What's my source? 4-1. What's my destination? 2-3. So it's plus 2x. Or no, it's minus 2x plus 2y. So if it's minus 2x plus 2y, then it should be 14. Why is it negative 6? How did I get negative 1 and 2? What? Move x minus source x. That's 2 minus 4, so that's negative 2, not negative 1. Move y as 1. That's positive 2. Oh. Yeah, I'm dumb. Because I'm modifying slope x, and then I'm grabbing slope x again as though it wasn't modified in the first place. That's why my code is wrong. I'm grabbing the wrong slope. Yeah, so if I do this, it should play nice. Okay, crashed, whatever, it's fine. I think it should be good now. Excuse me. I just discovered another bug, though, that I do need to fix. But first I need to make sure that Rogi works. Whoops, I broke the game. I didn't even realize you could do that. Try again. That's another bug I need to fix. Oh boy. Dang it, I didn't set my deck. I'm having a terrible time. Okay, try again. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna make it work. I'm scaring this guy the heck off. I really have no idea if this even works because the AI has been really freaking smart to avoid it. Wow. Man, this AI is really good at avoiding these guys. It works! No freaking way! This is awesome! This is freaking awesome, guys! This is sick. That's so freaking sweet, Loish. The AI is clearly intelligent enough to block these attacks, which means that I implemented the AI side of this code correctly. And as far as I can see, everything's working as expected. This is great. This is freaking sweet. This is so freaking cool. This is so cool. I love this, dude. This is awesome. I'm having so much fun. I wish you guys could see the smile on my face. Oh my goodness. I am unbelievably jolly. Look at this center control, by the way. It's like, she knew Admiral Override put all of her pieces, all of her strong pieces in the center of the board. She loves board control. Wait a minute. Did I blunder? No, I didn't blunder. I'm fine. Can I go here? No, I can't. Apparently I can. If only I'd actually implemented, like... If only I'd implemented a promotion for that piece. Be a little bit more interesting. I'm shocked that I was able to do what I did today. Because that was a challenge. Anytime I touch the Rogi AI, it's like opening the box of inconceivable despair. Pandora's box, that's me opening it right now. Every time I touch Rogi. According to the debugger, there are 2 errors. Neither of them matter. Great, great. You know, believe it or not, in that little 3-hour span, I completed my entire checklist. I added dialogue regions, I added post-Rogi dialogue, I added progression hints to the pause menu, I added controller configuration to the save file, I added conditional music recycling by recycling code from the NPC, I added sound effects to Rogi, and I added hoppers to Rogi. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff that we got done. Isn't that great? That was great. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take it easy now. Probably gonna add some Rogi pieces off camera. Realistically, I'm just gonna like slack off for a couple hours and then get back to it. Maybe make lunch or something. But yeah, big thanks to everybody who tuned in. This was a good time, and maybe we can do it again not too long from now. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe this afternoon. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, And I'll have another checklist to chip away at next time. Bye-bye.